Hello everyone and welcome back to Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies on Mouth the Giant. It's been too long, I'm sorry. I've had a lot of crap going on, so there's been like no videos for the past few days. I am terribly sorry. Things should be back on track. If they're not, then I can, with a fair bit of certainty, guarantee, I'm gonna say, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm fairly sure that things should be back on track as how they should be by Monday. Yeah, that's the best I can do. I'm sorry. So yeah, just had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of important things at school I need to revise for, and yeah, it's, as much as I hate it, Zombies and Fallout 4 have kind of taken a little bit of a backseat to that. It's just how it had to go, you know. You know, I have to. It just has to be education first. You know? Because if I failed one of those things, one of like the important tests I was doing, then I would actually get kicked out of the appropriate course. Yeah. So I kind of had to make sure I could do them. Or I could be fucking myself over. So I'm sorry, but it really did have to take priority. And it is just that simple. So what are we doing today? Well, I was thinking a challenge, but I'm not going to do a proper challenge, I'm going to do an easy challenge. And I was like, you know what? I've been looking at the guns, and it's like, I want to do, so all guns only. Let me explain that before you think that I'm meaning just, you can use every gun in the game. That's not what I mean. I mean like do multiple challenges, each one being like a specific type of gun only, so assault rifle only, LMG only, pistol only, etc, etc, etc. I know these are nothing new challenge-wise, and I'm not going to pretend they are. I'm not going to be like, oh, look at these amazing challenges I've come up with. You can only use a pistol. Yeah. No. I know they're nothing new. Every zombies YouTuber on their, well, everyone, actually, no, just everyone and their mother has done this has done these. You know? And I'm well aware of this. But I want to do them, so I'm gonna. Question is, what are we doing today? Because we're going to start with them, and it's quite simple. SMGs only. Let's see how far we can get. Obviously, simple rules. We are allowed to use anything the Overlord, I think it's Samantha in this one, gives us. So like, you know, MR6, knife, and frags. We're not allowed to buy the Bowie knife, of course, because we're not given that. The box is fair game, any perks are fair game. If I choose to do the Easter egg and get the Annihilator, that's not fair game because it's not an SMG. I'm pretty sure it's a pistol, although I've never had it because I've never bothered to do the Easter egg. I don't even know how to. But yeah, it's pretty simple. I'm pretty sure you get the point. And here's hoping we last more than 2.5 rounds. Honestly, I'm not sure we will. Yeah, it's been a few days since I've even played Zombies last, so you know. I'm kind of a little bit rusty, and this is my first game over the past few days, like I said. So I could fuck this up mentally. Currently, I will be honest, it is only my first try as well so far. Hopefully we do well. I'm not promising anything. I don't know if this is gonna be like a single parter or a two-parter or something. I really don't. I can't predict these I can't predict these, so I don't even bother trying. What was I going for? Oh yeah, let's go for that. Get off. Yeah. So what's been going on with you guys? Anything interesting? I mean, like I said, I've had a bunch of important tests at school that I had to revise for. So I've had an important one in maths, which is fucking brutal. Important one in biology and chemistry and physics. Music doesn't matter. Like, music's just like, I don't care. You can play guitar, right? Yeah, go ahead. So those of you who don't know, I do play guitar a bit. I'm not like amazing, pro lead guitarist in a band or anything, not by any means. But I do play it, you know. And I do music at school, so I don't know how it works in other countries. I will be honest, I'm a bit kind of ignorant with that. But in Scotland, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the UK as well, actually, the way it works at least for the higher courses, which is basically the highest level you're allowed to do at my current age, which is 16. It works as a case of you have to play 2 instruments, and in two different instruments, and in the exam it has to equal a total of 12 minutes. So I'm doing guitar and bass guitar because I'm literally the most cliche person on the planet apparently. And yeah, so doing a cool few songs. Because currently for electric guitar, I'm doing Back in Black and Iron Man, which is quite cool. They're 2 pretty good songs. They're cut down versions, so they're only like 2.5 minutes each. They don't have to fill, I want to say about 4 minutes each. Which is a shame, but it's still good. Then on bass guitar, I'm doing Time Is Running Out by Muse. And awesome. One of my favorite songs, actually. And Money by... what's his face? I can't remember his name. I feel like a dick. You know the one I mean. It's like... yeah, you know the one I mean. It's not like it's an unknown song, by any means. I just suck at describing. Hi, bye. No, you didn't. I was gonna quickly check if he dropped max ammo because I wasn't sure. Yeah, there's still dogs left, so I'm presuming he didn't. Yeah, in case again, those Time Is Running Out of Money are both also cut down versions. Unfortunately, but it's just how it has to be. And yeah, then, in case you can tell, that still leaves me a couple minutes short, so I'm playing this little piece on classical guitar called West Coast. You probably haven't heard of it. I hadn't heard of it. No, yeah, it's quite good. I can pretty much play it, and I don't even need... I can pretty much play all of the entire program. I don't even need to know it until... February? Maybe late January? And that's just for the prelim. If you don't know, a prelim is... It's pretty much like a pre-exam. Like, it's an exam a few months before to see where you are, see how far you are away, and we have them in all subjects, if you're actually going to have an exam for it. And yeah, in music it's no different. So... yeah, so it just needs to be ready, because the prelims are in February, and exams are generally sort of early May. Well, just actually all the way through May. Yeah, so that's quite cool. I'm doing really nice on that. I really enjoy it. It's so funny because if you look at my subjects, it's a case of music is so amazingly out of place. What was I going to do? Quick life. Because my subjects are quite simply, maths higher, physics higher, biology higher, chemistry higher. So 4 sciences because technically maths is counted as a science. Yeah, I was quite surprised too. And then there's music, just throw it in. And if you're wondering why that was, it was because I was choosing my subjects, because I want to do vet med, veterinary medicine, if you want the full title, when I'm older. And so I need to do chemistry and biology, and then one of the sciences. I was like, well, I'll do both of the sciences. And I was looking at it, and I thought, you know what, I probably should take English. But I was like, but I was also just giving it, I hate English with a burning passion. So I'm just gonna take music instead. It's a fairly easy choice on which is more fun, at least for me. Writing essays or sitting around playing guitar with my mates. Because at my school, the way music works is pretty much, the teacher goes, okay, practice your practical program. It's a lot of P's. And so we end up just sort of sitting around playing guitar and talking about stuff, which is great because we're friends. Not everyone in the class is friends. I'm not going to try and pretend that a class of 30 is full of entire friends. I'm not some teacher who seems to think that everyone gets on in the world, which is fucking ridiculous. To be perfectly honest, it's just stupid to think that everyone gets on in the world is bull. And yeah, so I generally just hang around with friends naturally and just sit around and play guitar. We have a good time with it. It's great. One of my favourite subjects. I'm glad I took it. And there's obviously the other ones. Physics is actually a crash hire, so what that means, if you don't know, because again, I'm sorry, I don't know how education systems really work outside of the UK, and if they're different in England, I don't even know how they work down there. But yeah, crash hire is generally what you do is, okay, I'll just explain it. So you go primary school. So okay, you go. Let's just start at the beginning. You have nursery, which is obviously the first place you go. That's, I think it's equivalent to, what's it called, kindergarten in America. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I'm really sorry if it's not. Yeah, then you have 7 years of primary school, then you have 6 years of high school. So during the 7 years of primary school, you know, it's just a broad general education. Then for the first 2 years of high school, it's still a broad general education, but you're doing more, I'm just gonna focused broad general education. So you're doing in our primary schools, the way it works is you basically go, there's no sort of set schedule except generally PE, which is one the teachers like to put in place set because you need to bring in a kit, obviously, a PE kit. And the rest is sort of whatever the hell the teacher wants to do. You know? I mean, generally put a schedule in place, but there's no sort of, you know, a schedule as law. You know? And then when you get to high school, it becomes a case of you get a schedule by law. Well, not a schedule by law. I don't mean like there's a law in the schedule. I mean there's a schedule. You get given a schedule. It's like, okay, this is what's happening. You go into this room at this time to learn this from this teacher. You know? And that's just how it works. Makes sense and it's efficient. Yeah, so you're basically in high school. You for the first couple of years, so getting to grips with all specific subjects. So like, while you may have possibly done English in primary school, you may have possibly done maths on a Tuesday first thing. It's a case of high school, depending on the times, because they vary per year. Just how the schedule ends up working out. It becomes a case of, okay, you're going to be doing maths at this time with this teacher in this room, in this class, you know? Everything becomes, this is what's happening when, which is quite cool, in my opinion. Oh, red hex, sweet! And yeah, so after the first couple of years or so, again, to grips with that, you choose your subjects. And you can choose to do them at what's called National 3, 4, or 5. Basically, National 5's a smart bunch, and I did 7 National 5s. Yeah. And then after that, the year after, you get to choose your subjects again. But you can either do Nat 4, Nat 5, or, well, National 4, National 5, or higher. Higher is the one after National 5. I believe the SQA, which is Scottish Qualifications Association, I believe they sometimes refer to it as National 6, but not even the teachers do that. And so yeah, so it is literally just the highest I can be doing, and this is such a tangent, I don't know how the hell I got onto this. Oh yeah. And yeah, crash hire is basically, because generally what you're supposed to do is, you can take just straight on Nat 5s, because you do those in 3rd and 4th year. But you can't do hires until at least 5th year. And you can't do what's called advanced hires, which is the next level up, until 6th year. So, yeah, and a crash hire is, well, because they have sort of requirements in place to do higher courses, so if you need to, generally to have like a Nat 5, and you need to get like an A or B or something in the exam. When the classes aren't completely full, you're sometimes allowed to do what's called a crash hire, which is where you haven't done Nat 5, you've got no previous experience in the specified subject. You've done, you'll have done like science in 1st and 2nd year, because in 1st and 2nd year it's just science, and then in 3rd and 4th year becomes physics, chemistry, biology. So you'll have those couple of years of it, but you won't have specified, so you haven't done a 3rd and 4th year. And that's pretty damn difficult, and I'm doing that in physics. Yeah, which is like pretty much the hardest subject, and I'm doing crash hire on it. Yeah, I'm mad. But you know, it's not going too badly, I'd say. Honestly, what's funny is I'm in a class with, oh, how many is it? 11 other people? 11? Yeah, physics is like the least taken subject in my year, because there's 120 people in my year, and yeah, there's in chemistry doing higher. There's about 40 people, biology about the class probably about 50 people, and then physics is about 20 people doing it. Yeah, and that's 2 classes as well. And yeah, what's funny is I'm like one of the best in my class. Probably because the fact that I'm doing a crash hour makes me go, oh fuck, I better learn this really well. And yeah, it's quite interesting. We're doing a load of stuff and that. I enjoy it. I enjoy all my subjects bar biology. That's just because the teacher is patronizing to shit. Because I had her for National 5 as well. And the amount of times I heard the explanation of diffusion was just quite frankly stupid. It's like she couldn't make sense of the fact that we are able to figure out, you know, a few words, which were literally from a high concentration to a low concentration. She didn't seem to think that we were able to remember that. Yeah, she made life difficult, and I've still got her for hire, which sucks.
Good things come to those who
Krakuta!
wait. Next time, don't take so fucking long.
We've actually been powering through this. Round 10, 16.5 minutes, all 4 perks, and a pack-a-punch gun. This is not going badly. So yeah, you know, I mean, it is SMG only. It wasn't ever going to go absolutely impressively horrible or anything, you know? It's an easy challenge. It's not even a challenge. Hello, L-Carnine. We'll be back for you in pistols only. Does L-Carnine count as a pistol or as SMG? I think on the wiki it counts as a pistol. So we'll keep it for the pistols.
I'll keep it in my pocket for now.
I'll do that.
Alongside my other balls.
Seriously, Dempsey. Seriously. But yes, that's what I do. That generally takes up a lot of my days. A lot of my time. And because I'm doing pretty much the hardest set of subjects you can do, well, it's probably like, it's almost the hardest. It was to exchange music for English, then it would be the hardest. But, you know, it's definitely up there, especially with the crash hour physics. And yeah, so that, naturally, because it's pretty much, it's not quite, but it's pretty much the hardest subjects I can take currently. It takes up a whole lot of my time. I like that the entire thing was... Oh cool, you rebuilt faster with Always Done Swiftly. I didn't know that. I like that the entire tangent was basically an explanation of why there's been like bugger all videos. Yeah. Making excuses. But yeah, hopefully, like, that's the group of, a small group of, like, they're called nabs. Basically, if